What's next?
And I don't want to... The embalming fluid. Thirsty.
Keep your distance, darling.
Can't give up now.
Light on my feet.
Embalming fluid and a pipette.
Attention!
Now! At once.
There is work to do.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
It's a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Let us make short work of this.
surrender. Jimmy on the go.
There's blood in the air.
Can't give up. Not now.
Where do I go from here? Time for a cull.
Concentrate.
Still breathing, despite everything. Moving in. Like a wraith. I've got a long road ahead.
Do you know what happens when a devil is struck down on this charming plane of existence? It returns to the hells, to the very point where it last stood before venturing to whichever devil-forsaken plane it died on. In the case of our friend Yrgir, the Orthon you so handily dispatched in the Temple of Shah, he manifested in my House of Hope. He returned to me chastened but intact, his wounds healed, his body restored. He thought I would dismember him, but he has his uses, so instead I am re-educating him.
We delivered the devil. Now I want what I'm owed. We had a deal.
Indeed, we did. I discovered all there is to know about those scars of yours. It's a rather grim tale, even for my tastes. As you wish. Brace yourself, Astarion. We're about to unveil your destiny. Carved into that ivory skin of yours is one part of an infernal contract between the archdevil Mephistopheles and your former master, Cazador Zar. In full, the contract states that Cazador will be granted knowledge of an infernal ritual so vile it has never been performed. The rite of profane ascension. It promises to be a marvelous ceremony, very elaborate, incredibly ancient, and entirely diabolical. If he completes the rite, he will become a new kind of being, the Vampire Ascendant. All the strengths of his vampiric form will be amplified, and alongside them he will enjoy the luxuries of the living. The arousal desires and appetites of man will return to him. And unlike Astarion, he will have no need of a parasite to protect him from the sun. But the ritual has its price, as all worthwhile things do. Lord Cazador will need to sacrifice a number of souls, including all of his vampiric spawn, if he is to ascend. Imagine how he felt then, when one of those precious spawns simply disappeared into thin air. The only missing ingredient is Astarion. You are the final piece he requires to complete the ritual. Your scars bind you to it. Your soul will set off a very wave of death, bringing Cazador his twisted life. And that, my tragic and toothsome friend, is that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have business elsewhere.
Do you think it's so simple? The idea definitely has appeal. I could get rid of the worm in my head and still walk in the sun. I'd finally be free of the hunger. And if I'm the key to this deal of Cazador's, perhaps I can turn this to my advantage. I need to take the fight to him, and I need you to help me. Thank you.
Wish I could say I was surprised about Cazador's pact. Where blood, death, and betrayal parade, you can bet your ass a devil is riding Grand Marshal. We're going to keep Astarion safe. On my life, Cazador won't touch him.
Go on.
If you're happy, I'm happy. Are you happy?
Couldn't have said it better myself.
I was hoping you'd say that. Sparks.
No time for dally.
No one's stopped me yet.
The Drider doing the cult's work. The Absolute's claws have dug deep.
Best be on my way.
Death was sure.
She was no fun. All I wanted was to play me. Someone new.
Look where city.
Nobody beats me at hide and seek.
Though shrouded in shadows, the child's resemblance to Thaniel is unmistakable. This must be his dark half, warped by the curse.
Will you play with me?
Unlike your patron, the presence isn't separate. It's more part of the boy. You focus your gaze on it, not an ordinary child, but not a spectre either. One part of a greater whole, something ancient and oddly sad.
Spoil sport. I'm not going back. I like it here. I've made a family for myself. I get to play all the time. Yes, I do. You can't make me do anything. I don't want to play with you anymore.
A slippery little bugger, isn't he? He'll be looking for somewhere safe. Somewhere where the shadows are nice and strong. Yes, here.
Up. Aye, aye.
To me.
You should have just left me alone. Spoil my fun. I'll teach you a lesson. Just you watch.
Karlak, it's go time.
Stop that! You're supposed to be playing, not breaking things.
On I go.
Survival is all that matters.
I'll make my own fun if I have to. And my own friends.
Now this is my happy place.
What should I do?
You're spoiling my fun! Stop it right now, or you'll be sorry.
I'm forever, pal.
I'm ready.
So much for peace.
Why are you doing this? All I wanted to do was play.
Heating up.
Can't afford to let up.
Another fight. Let's go. Done.
Why couldn't you just leave me alone? Why can't I just stay here playing? I had everything I've ever wanted, right here. And you've ruined it. I'm not leaving. You can't make me. He's nothing to me. He left me here all this time. I had to do everything for myself. Even when it was scary, even when I was alone, I didn't give up. But would he even want me back? I've changed. A lot. So I wouldn't have to make up friends to play with anymore. I'd have someone real. I'd like that. And he would too, I think. All right, I'll do it. I want to do it. Bye. And thank you for playing with me.
Waste a step.
The druid Hausen spoke to me while I was sleeping. He spoke of you. Said that you fought shadow and spite to restore me. 100 years of sickness almost ended. I feel every root that riddles the earth beginning to unfold. But there is one anchor, still holding the shadows in place. The soul that brought it into being, for the land to heal. Ketheric Thorm must die. Ketheric's soul still nourished.
Oakfather preserve you. Honestly, I never thought I'd make it. So, I'll remain with you. So do I. But one duty at a time. I've been unfair to you. I've had unrealistic expectations of your character ever since I joined you. But honestly, you've surpassed even those. Seemed my faith was more than well-founded.
Ah, my God! Quite the cozy setup you have here. It's not...
I assure you, you won't find a more learned opinion on this matter. You only have a matter of...
All right. Time to see what new horror's waiting for us.
The air stirs in trepidation. You have the ledger. To punish a murderer. If that is not enough, leave. I have no time for those lacking commitment. We have it. Her lies, her guilt. Madeline reported her friends to a dark justiciar and fled when they were butchered. Well, she flees no more. I will be the conduit for Madeline's spirit. I will force her to face trial, and you will be the judge. Make her beg. Make her suffer. The Raven was right. We were fated to meet. Break her, my friend. Most thoroughly. Witness.
You said I was gonna be punished. That you'd be the judge. But I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I said it didn't mean nothing. That Ben and Mark were just drunk and whining. The Dark Justiciar promised she was gonna chat with him. She promised! You didn't see it. Didn't see what the Dark Justiciar did. She gave him a dagger each. And told him to press it against their stomachs on the count of 3. To start stabbing. And not stop till she said so. She never said stop. I'd do anything to take it back. Anything. You're right. I'm a killer. A monster. I should have died instead.
Ah, glorious. Look, my hand still shakes. You broke her most thoroughly. Well done. Perhaps. But we both got what we wanted, didn't we? You have done well. Her pain and anguish were sublime. I will treasure it. Here, for your services. Should I find another murderer in need of torment, I shall call upon you. Farewell.
I say bye, but you'll be dead.
Careful, I know.
You've seen much of the book, but its most powerful secrets are guarded by indecipherable glyphs. Without a key, they may be locked away forever.
Subtle steps.
Looking ahead, if not over, then through. Is that right? I thought he had better sense than this.
I've got it.
Heading there.
Should mind my step. God damn it all! I can do nothing right! Not a damn thing! So what if I was? Cal and Leah could be there. Instead, I found myself cornered by shadow fiends and in need of rescue. From you, of all bloody people. Or not hard enough. I've failed Cal and Leah again. Be on your way. I'll return to Last Light. I know when I'm outmatched,
close. I can feel it. The Absolute. Its power is strong here.
Yeah. There's more where that came from.
Any word? Oh, thank the gods. Maybe I'll even get to see him again, once we're both well. Something wrong. I trust you and Halsin to help him.
They gathered an entire army. Was one lost soldier among thousands?
Ballistas, siege engines. Little old-fashioned too. 100 years? More?
What's on your mind?
That's curious.
Good evening. I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale. You are speaking to a mere projection of Gale. His appearance, his voice, and a certain measure of his personality, reconstituted in this case to play as emissary and usher. Would you care to join him? What little I could glean from the portion of his mind that is open to me, it is a matter most urgent. Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
I love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies.
Indeed. The curse is still present, of course.
Just veiled and at arm's length for now. Not a trick I can repeat often, but tonight is different.
This may be my last night alive.
I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Fewer than if the Absolute goes unchecked.
I don't want to kill.
And I don't want to die. But inaction will lead to bloodshed all the same.
I am terrified.
I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it.
There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms. Yes, but there is so much to live for and so few moments in which to house it all. Damn you. Damn you for giving me so much to care about. Our friends, our adventures. This would have been so much easier if it was just me, but it isn't. If there is a way, any way, to save all that's grown dear to me, I want to seize it. I just cannot fathom what that might be, other than to fail Mistra and condemn the world. Stay with me, will you? I don't want to think of it anymore, but I don't want to be alone either. I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact, about the night you were kind enough to keep this melancholy wizard company. I wanted to thank you. I was sinking into a dark place, but you reminded me there is still light in the world, and I should care to look for it. You may well have prevented me from doing something very rash in the near future. I count myself lucky to call you a friend. Careful. May just take you up on that.
Don't be shy.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Swift as my feet can carry me. Better than nothing.
I have to ask, Stone. Do people taste different from one another when you feed?
All depends. A clean neck certainly helps.
Come on. You know I'm talking about their blood.
Of course. There are different vintages. Young Noble is wonderful if you can get it, but Crone has its charms too.
You! Halt!
Her thoughts invade your own, hunting for recognition. Your parasite offers it readily.
True soul.
A pleasure. What news from the field? Impressive. I'm sure Zoral will want to hear all about it. She's in the audience chamber, true soul. Go right ahead. Praise the Absolute. You! Halt!
Her thoughts in
True soul. A pleasure. What? She's in the audience chamber. Praise the...
Enjoy the view. This feels like it'd stretch all the way to the Sea of Swords on a clear day. If this place ever gets it clear.
I'm afraid you missed the ship, True Soul. But there'll be another along soon enough. We're already stacking the cargo. Baldur's Gate. The army marches overland. But we sent some friends ahead to smooth the way. Locals need to see hard truth. Take their place in hard design. Or they don't, and we send them to meet the old gods they cling to. Doesn't matter much either way. Nothing of note. Just supplies for the battle ahead. I've already checked it twice over.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Right you are, I suppose. Check away.
Stand clear. Respectfully, True Soul. Just doing my job. And I don't plan on being a guard for long, True Soul. Thank you.
tempers are rising.
There can be no doubt. This is the place. This is where we'll discover the secret of the Absolute.
You ought to be kinder, you know, to the prisoners, I mean. Any one of them could be elevated to true.
It's only a matter of time till we're served up to the necromancer.
Let me guess. The Absolute is the only way. Don't bother. Why don't you and Zevlor take a long walk off a short cliff?
He made it? He's all right?
Told you. He's too
stubborn to die.
If you're not at the absolute speck and core, why are you here?
Your conversation has been cut short. These prisoners are for Disciple Balthazar's attention only. Your association with Disciple Balthazar inspires respect and a touch of fear. You are free to speak to the prisoners.
Ronan better be all right.
You want to help? The gnomes couple cells down are up to something, and we're in. I can't read bloody minds.
You ordered that guard about as if you were the Absolute herself. What do you want with us, exactly? Huh. And why would you be so inclined? Barkus is out here? Didn't think he had the stones. Well, if he sent you, you're no slave to the Absolute. You're a damn wolf among sheep, aren't you? I reckon you and I were meant to meet. I'm Wilburn. We've got a plan, for us and the Tieflings both. But we're scuppered without the right equipment. We need tools. That head case of a warden robbed ours, but anything that breaks rock will do. Even if it's not Iron Hand quality. Whatever you find, throw it through the bars. But for the love of Gerdor, make sure a guard doesn't see you, or we're both done for. The stone, I feel it. Hollow behind the back.
You spark of the familiar. Do I know you, true soul? Perhaps not. Your face is rather bland. Regardless, know this. I am the Warden. The prisoners are my charges, and I answer to Disciple Balthazar himself. Stay on my good side.
Your mind swirls with information about the prison. The small levers behind the warden's desk open every cell, while the larger one triggers the alarm. And interesting items confiscated from prisoners lie above the warden's office, just up the ladder.
If you are going to stare, kindly do it elsewhere. As I said, you are free to roam where you wish, but do not speak to the prisoners. My face might be bland, but yours? It is now carved into my memory, forever. A pity you're already failing, then. Indeed. But all are kept out of reach and under constant surveillance in the office above. Prison security is my highest priority. He sounds important, and I'm afraid the mere dregs are the only ones left in my care. Anyone who refutes the Absolute is an enemy of mine, true soul. You would do well to remember that. My, they are letting all sorts become a true soul these days. He is chief advisor to General Ketherick, and one of the Absolute's favored. His necromancy is second only to the General's. It is an honor to serve him.
Better be all right. It's Roland.
Trust no one. Oh, for a skeleton key. Go.
Never a dull moment. This calls for careful footwork.
Ready or not. Let's go.
Nice and quiet.
Ah, a new face come to bask in the light of the Absolute. How can I be of service, true soul? Blessed by association, let's say. I come to pay proper respect to a new power. I bow, but the Zentarim prefer to look their business partners in the eye. Joaquin's clipped coins? No. Faith is an over-flooded market. Transport, however. These faithful folk need some goods moved into the city. Our ships are obliging. Quietly. Oh, true soul! I couldn't burden your spirit with such material concerns. But I'm always happy to trade. and honor.
To stand this close to her power. I never thought I'd make it.
I wouldn't have thought that.
Hush! Meat sounds above. Here.
For a moment, you do hear it. Flesh sliding on stone, like a living being extending through the walls.
Big! In walls above! Maybe. Whole tower. Loudest near kitchen. But Mick banned. Not allowed to pet nose. You find meat? You share.
This is the spot that's marked on that map.
Murder. Glorious murder. The cat ignores you, but her eyes stray to a small tunnel hidden in the wall. The message is clear. Stay if you wish, but she will flee at a moment's notice.
I'm way too big.
A moment, true soul. You use a spoon to stir the soup, Barnabas. Forget the axe, my darling. Now, how can I help you? I've shown Barnabas a kinder way. A kinder name is only fitting. That is the gift the Absolute gave me when I stood before her. To rewrite the lives of her faithful. Make them believe there's something better. Praise her works, committed by the hands of her faithful. Observe. Barnabas, sweetie, come show what a good boy you are. What would you like him to do? The prayer, I think. Barnabas struggles with civilized speech, but he's been practicing.
You feel her will surge outwards and envelop the creature, inexorable as the tide.
No, Barnabas! We talked about this.
like rope drawn taut beneath the blade, the connection simply snaps.
No! Barnabas? Darling? No!
There's an illithid parasite in that.
All trace of restraint is gone. Barnabas has tasted blood, and wants more.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
As if following a well-worn path, your mind reaches out and knows where to squeeze. The presence deep in your mind is awake, unblinking. This is it. A single word pervades your consciousness. Soon.
That would be a
Araj Oblodra, trader in blood and the sanguineous arts. It is a pleasure to stand before a true soul, and your pale companion. I'd like to offer my services, if you're willing. Put plainly, I'd like your blood. A vial of true soul's blood, specifically. With one drop, I can brew a rather potent potion for you. The rest, I keep for myself. No idea, but it will be unique to you. Your blood essence and the Absolute's blessing intertwined. We can learn exactly what that means together, Research, naturally. A little experimentation, perhaps. I have an innate curiosity for all things sanguine. Just a little prick and it's all over. Close your eyes. There we are. All of your very best traits in a bottle. Use it well. Although perhaps there's one more thing we could discuss. Your friend. He's a vampire, no? Or one of their spawn, at least.
Oh, don't worry. We're all friends under the Absolute. I won't bite.
Oh, I'd prefer if you did. I assume he belongs to you? I'm sure he really believes that. How utterly adorable. Do you have a name, Spawn?
Astarion, but hold on.
Good. Now, Astarion. I've dreamt of being bitten by a vampire since I was a young girl.
I'm sorry, you want to be bitten?
To feel your life's blood slipping away. To dance on the edge between life and death. Yes, I want it. I'll even compensate you. A potion of legendary power that forever increases the strength of the one who consumes it. It's not for sale, but it's yours if you bite me.
I will have to decline.
Excuse me? This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and you're squandering it.
I gave you my answer.
Can't you talk some sense into your obstinate charge? How very disappointing.
What can I do for you, my friend? Before anything else, I need to know where it's happening. To the public, Cazador is an ordinary noble. A little reclusive, perhaps, but just another of the great and the good of Baldur's Gate. He has a grand palace on the hills of the gate, where he hosts the city's high society. I don't know if he performed the ritual there. It feels too public. He'd risk exposure. I know. Subtle, isn't it? I hope so. Because I'm not striking another deal with Raphael. Knows what he'd demand this time. But if the citizens of Baldur's Gate don't know anything, my brothers and sisters might. Cazador is a master of secrets, but the other spawn must have seen something.
Hey, you. Old Rusty? Sure.
Welcome back, true soul. Come back anytime.
We should never have come here.
Now that would be a...
I did as I was told! Followed every order I was given! The facts suggest otherwise. You were ordered to retrieve the artifact. You failed to do so.
Take it up with Minthara! She's the one who...
Enough!
A blast of mental energy washes over you, filling the room. Your tadpole squirms, urging you to obey.
You failed to retrieve the artifact. You failed to protect your true soul. You do not deserve to live.
You ain't serious. You can't be.
General Thorm?
Let our newest arrival speak. You have seen what these creatures are capable of, and you have seen their inadequacies, isn't that so? What is your judgment?
I
did as we were told. We're loyal to the Absolute. Tell him!
Enough! True Soul, tell the General how the goblins served our cause.
It ain't true! We're good as anyone! Just give us a chance.
And there you have it. We're too close to the ending. And the new beginning. I can coddle failure no longer. Kill them, quickly.
What? No! You creaking old bag of shit!
I'm so sorry, my lord. She's an unbeliever outside my control.
Try again. Dispose of the rest as you see fit. Or better yet, put that true soul to use. You have far more important matters to attend to. Or have you forgotten?
Of course not, my lord. Thank you. You heard the General. The goblins are yours. Deal with them however you wish. Here in the seat of the Absolute's power, your authority over them is complete. They will obey any command. Report to me upstairs when you're done.
Yeah, you ain't gonna do anything drastic, are ya? We've been nothing but loyal! Oh, God! Please.
The seat of the Absolute's power, occupied by a general that cannot be killed. But his followers are flesh and blood. We must learn more about his power.
I caught a glimpse of Ketherick and Zarel. Wouldn't have the gumption to stick my nose in, like you did, mind.
Well, Flo didn't tell a lie. She said you'd find me, and here you are. Karlach, isn't it?
Now there's a name I'd hope never to hear again. What was Flo doing here?
Didn't think to quiz her about her business.
Florenta the Garrotta. A Cambion I knew back in Avernus. She was the closest thing I had to a friend. That said, she would have choked the life out of me if I ever turned my back on her. The fact that she knows where I am, where I might be going, doesn't exactly delight me. Maybe. Probably. I don't know. She's a half-devil. Impossible to read. I wouldn't have given her the time of day, but even I needed a laugh once in a while. What can I say? The bitch had good jokes.
Enough chatter. Your friend gave me 3 soul coins, said I could sell them if I wanted. But if I kept them for you, she'd consider it a favor owed.
Soul coins, huh? This could come in handy.
Sure. But she did have a condition. For every coin you take, you've got to hear the story of the soul trapped inside.
There you have it. Flo came all this way just to try to make me feel like shit. Clever use of her time. Memorized a bunch of sad stories on her behalf, did you?
Didn't need to. Your Flo did some devil woo-woo and stuck 'em in my head. Couldn't forget now if I wanted to. Do you want the coins or not?
All right, suit yourself. Have a trade or whatever. Then, let's get out of here.
She said Karlak might say that. And she said to let her have it her own way. You can take a look at the rest of my lot if you like. Got good weapons in search of a worthy wielder. Better hope you can handle what I've got.
Shh! You're loud. Clumsy. In walls above. Like we inside meat. Mig eat meat, or meat eat Mig.
General Thorm's prayers and preparations must not be disturbed. The rooftop is off limits to everyone.
Even you, Disciples Rel?
Everyone. Keep watch and ensure that nobody passes. Excellent timing, true soul. The goblins. Tell me how they suffered. No, better yet, show me.
Her mind enters yours abruptly, flickering across your memories in a blaze of excitement. A pool of warmth spreads through your mind as she settles on the memory of you commanding the goblins to die.
Oh, I like you. That was inventive and efficient. Plenty. But I hoped someone of your talents would be more ambitious. You came here to answer the Absolute's call. Let's see what you're made of.
She parts the folds of your mind again, touching your wants and hopes, tasting them. Every emotion soaks into her mind's palette. But there is purpose to her exploration. She is searching for proof of your faith.
She is formidable. But how many days of passion will you get out of her? How many nights? The Absolute will give you something that can last. With the Absolute, your fantasies can become more real than flesh. The pleasures of the mind can surpass those of the body. I have already been blessed to stand in her presence. It was bliss. She gave me everything I wanted. Why not? What's the point in power if you don't get to have a little fun every now and again? She gave me the power to cut the thread of life with a thought. But I can caress as well as cut. That's why you should stay on my good side. And the best way to do that is to serve General Thorm. I have a mission for you.
That's it. Play along. The closer you can get to the General, the closer you'll be to the answers you seek.
There is a relic that General Thorm requires. He sent his most trusted advisor, disciple Balthazar, to retrieve it. The relic is beneath the Thorm family mausoleum. That is where you will find Balthazar. But we have lost contact with him. Go there, aid Balthazar if you can, and bring the relic home. Then he must have failed to make the urgency of his mission clear. I do not want to see you again until the relic is secure at moonrise.
Don't waste a step.
It is not your time yet, Blessed One. The rooftop chapel is reserved for the General's private contemplation, save for those he chooses to ascend.
This must be the place. We have to get inside.
You are already changed, true soul. Hearing her voice is what brought you here. But above, you will stand in her very presence. Such an honor requires more. Disciples Rel has given you a chance to earn that honor.
Your tadpole grasps at nothing. She carries no parasite, but you've spent too long reading people not to see what's behind her eyes. Scorn, stark behind her mask of deference.
As you see, true soul, there is so much more for you to learn.
The tower doesn't stink like an overstuffed cemetery. So why are you here instead of out there looking? Oh, good. I love answering questions. Death would not silence Balthazar for long. But dead or alive, he is lost. It is something that General Thorm desires.
She's suddenly nervous, on edge. Talking about the relic makes her anxious.
Whatever Balthazar is looking for, it's crucial to the war effort. I am in awe of the power the relic must hold to be of such importance. General Thorm will not leave Moonrise without it. Fine. Talk to the Bugbear Quartermaster. Tell him he's to share my secret stash with you. Have I not been clear? Find Balthazar.
The corpse has no...
Tread carefully. So, the Night Song is key to Kethric's power. If we can...
The necromancer was experimenting on the tadpoles. But they were already imbued with Netherese magic. So where did that magic come from?
A ritual circle. The kind of place moon lanterns are crafted, most likely. What have we here? hardly a challenge. Interesting.
So why are you here instead?
Need to find a way forward. If you have coin, then show it. Took a liking to you, did she? Watch yourself. She breaks her toys once she's done with them. Get moving.
I never learned the words.
Can you hear her?
Of many hearts, one soul. Of many thoughts, one mind. Something slimy seems to be dripping from the rafters above.
To stand this close.
I wouldn't have if not for the lantern bearer. To think the absolute graces such a creature as that.
We are each of us threads in one design. Even those once called monsters.
They bloody killed her! What now? Are we next?
Not if you keep them lips clapped together.
Quiet! Both of you. You're drawing attention.
That's curious.
Through a narrow crack in the wall, you hear something shift against stone. The pulse of a crawling, living thing. A coiling, restless void stirs within you. Your patron. For some reason, this thing in the wall excites it. You can't quite catch a glimpse, but you recognize this feeling. The same alien presence you felt on the Nautiloid. awareness unfolds, expanding through every wall in the tower, every mind. A vast living network extending down into the dark, where something wakes.
What is that?
It's a trap!
Tendrils snap like iron cords around your wrist. That presence in your mind looms large, closer now. The tendrils tighten, and suddenly you are elsewhere. The presence is no longer approaching you, but encircling you, observing you. A pause, as if it struggles to compress its vast being down into terms you can understand.
This is the voice they have given me. To better speak to your kind without breaking you. I was once a servant of the grand design. Now I'm a slave to theirs. But you are the flaw in their design. The single thread that could unravel everything they've planned. They name themselves chosen, but they are slavers. They will use me to bind this world, but I cannot bind you. You must come to me, so I can become myself again.
A world away, the grip on you tightens. A desperate, drowning thing that pulls you down with it.
Hello? Hey! Snap out of it!
An oubliette. Right beneath the towers.
What the hell is this place?
The colony.